Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Magandang Monday morning, katapusan ng May 2021. Today is May 31, and today is Monday. Welcome to the virtual orientation of SBM for schools under Level 1. Okay, so to officially start our program, we will be sharing to you the EVP of the Makabayan song. Afterwards, an opening prayer to be given to us by Madam Ching Kilakil and to be followed by the welcome and statement of purpose by Sir Rosendo B. Kakap, the OIC Chief Education Supervisor of Schools Governance and Operations Division, and also the opening remarks. Okay, so I will now be sharing to your screen the um, particular here.
Cradled by majestic mountains, blessed with nature's flowing fountains, blooming flowers and verdant hills, is a region of murmuring rills. Here the freedom-loving people, strong our bond, it's hard to topple. For our freedom we rise and fight, our priceless ancestral birthright. Cordillera, region of wonder, hail, beloved land, your name we shall not fail. Honor and fame to you we strive to bring. Your glory one we shall forever sing. Neath the sky the rains may gather, angry clouds may crazily wander, but the sun shines forever fair as we climb up the golden stairs. Dreams of peace, of oneness and progress, cherished goals our region presses, striving to build a brighter dawn for our children to call their own. Cordillera, region of wonder, hail, beloved land, your name we shall not fail. Honor and fame to you we strive to bring. Your glory one we shall forever sing.
Okay, amen to that. May we now call on Madam Ching Kilakil for the opening prayer.
May we ask of your guidance and for your never-ending grace again. Open our minds, open our hearts, so that despite everything and the kadagsan, Lord, the adu nga aramidan mi, tapno lang pagmayatan ti amin, ikam latada kami, Lord, the pigsa kun the faith in you that we can do everything that you have given us to do. Make us safe, make us healthy all throughout our days. All this we ask through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Great morning, SDO Mountain Province.
So, so now may we now call on Sir Rosendo B. Kakap, the OIC Chief Education Supervisor of the SGOD, for the opening remarks and the welcome message.
Hello, good morning, people from the Mountain Province. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how about our participants? Naririnig ba ninyo ako?
Yes, sir. We see you and hear you.
Okay, Thank you once again. Good morning. Okay, before we will go on with our orientation proper, may I take this opportunity to check first our attendance. As of today, we have 47. Am I right? Sir Andre, 48 na. Our expected participants is 100 plus supposed to be, to include all the school heads, our SBM coordinators, and with our district supervisors. They are required to join this orientation since this is maybe the last orientation before we will go on validation. So from Bar League, any representative from Bar League, may I request those participants to please unmute your audio and then say good morning if you're around. From Bar League, any representative from Bar League? Okay. Andito si Ma'am Roth. Kayo lang ba ang taga Bar League, Ma'am Roth? Okay, and then thank you very much, Bar League. How about Baukuan? Any representative from Baukuan? I can see here only Ma'am Junita Dukay.
Yes, sir. And then, Ma'am Lynn Madalang. Ma'am
Okay,
Sharon.
Ma'am Len. So, kayo lang ang level 1 ng Baukuan? Okay, thank you at Enrile. Thank you very much. Siguro yung iba on the way pa na hinahanap yung link. Okay, from Baukutu. Any representative from Baukutu? Baukutu
Yes,
meron?
sir.
Well,
Okay.
okay, thank you. Opo F3. Thank you very much. Good morning. From Busau, any from Busau? Participants from Busau?
Yes.
Just say hi and hello. Good morning. How are you? Are you around? Okay.
National High School, sir. Tambo National High School.
Okay, thank you very much. Busau, how about Bontok? Bontok, any representative from Bontok?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Ami and company. If you're around there, may mga ng Bontok dito. Di ko lang alam kung sino po sila. Natunin. How about Natunin? Any representative from Natunin? From
Present, sir.
Natunin? Okay, good.
Sir.
Parasiles. May salang tinatunin. So you're the Lone Ranger. At any rate, thank you very much. How about Parasiles? Parasiles North and South? Any
Good morning,
representative
sir.
on?
Morning,
Okay.
sir. Good morning po.
Okay,
Morning,
thank
sir.
Yes,
you.
sir.
Good morning to. Thank you. Thank you for attending. How about Sabangan? Any from Sabangan?
Good
Andito
morning,
si
sir.
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 Good morning, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. Sagada. How about Sagada? Any
Good morning, sir.
representative? Okay, thank you. And then Tadjan 1 and 2. Tadjan 1 and 2. Are you around? Any representative from Tadjan 1 and 2? I saw Ma'am Alma Colo a while back. Okay, so hopefully may mga papasok na Tadjan 2. We are now 54. Okay, thank you very much, participants. May I then request all of you to please mute your audio now. Please mute our audio now.
Mag-aral ka na, Rita.
Sige na lahat tayo. Kay Sir Andre, can you facilitate the unmuting kasi marami pang open.
Yes, sir. I will do it.
Okay, thank you. So, to all our participants, good morning. And on behalf of the Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Sally B. Olalim, we want to say good morning to each and every one of us. Hoping that you are all happy, alive and kicking, despite the pandemic. Based from the updated DepEd monitoring on COVID, as of yesterday, we do not have a new cases. So at least maganda. Wala tayong COVID case kahapon. So hopefully tuloy-tuloy na. Ilang araw din na wala na tayong COVID cases. So let us
Dapat
pray. Let us work hand in hand so that there will be no surge of COVID here in our locality. So with that, good morning again.
Please unmute. No? May I request to other participants to unmute your microphone and do not interrupt the broadcast of our response.
Ano to? Smart na yung usahan mo?
Globe.
Globe?
Sir Rosendo, please unmute na lang yung mic mo kasi in-mute all po para maisama na lahat. Kasi
Okay.
hindi sila nag-
Okay, so thank you. Are we all in? May I request everyone to please mute your audio so that we can hear. Okay, so
Yes.
as I have said, the main purpose of this orientation is for us to have an understanding on the SBM implementation. We've been receiving many text messages coming from the different school heads and SBM coordinators, saying that we do not have like this one. When you came to our school, it is like this and like this. But when other came to our school, it is like this and like this. So we in the division office decided to come up with this orientation so that we will come up with a single understanding in the implementation implementation of this SBM labor of practice. I think since 2001, since the signing of the basic education law, SBM is included. So it's almost 20 years. But until now, many are complaining. Di pa rin nila alam kung ano ang SBM, kung ano ang gagawin nila. During the time of Ma'am...
Salamat, Tuan. Ayun.
May sumisingit. Thank you very much. Nawawala na tayo dahil sa mga sumisingit. Okay, as I have said, 2001, nagsimula na itong SBM. Pero hanggang ngayon, parang hindi pa tayo klaro. Marami pa rin ang hindi nakakaintindi. Hindi naman din nakakaintindi, pero parang hindi pa rin alam kung ano ba talaga ang SBM. Ano ba ang objectives ng SBM? Kahit hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin nila alam kung ano ang isasubmit nila, kung ano ang self-rate nila, and so on and so forth. So that's the main purpose why we are here. According to our SDS or this during the time of Ma'am SDS, Ma'am Sally, di ba nagkaroon tayo ng lahat ng schools na parang orientation. I think that is 2019 or 2028, 2018 before Silif for Apayao, nagkaroon tayo ng orientation sa lahat ng paaralan. Pero hanggang ngayon parang hindi pa rin tayo, marami pa rin ang nagre-request, and then we cannot do in the division office to go to your respective schools and then conduct another orientation. Parang kung titingnan natin, mahaba-haba na ang 10 years at 20 years para hindi natin maintindihan kung ano ang dapat gawin dito sa SBM. We understand because there are many changes in the SBM implementation, but at least yung basic sana alam natin. Ngayon, gaya noon, maraming ang domain natin, 7 domains, pero ngayon nagiging 4 na lang. So yan na lang ang focus natin sana. So yan ang gagawin natin. Bago kami lalabas o bago lalabas ang PSDSS, yung mga division focal natin dito sa division na mag-validate this coming June, kailangan ma-orient tayong lahat para isa lang ang tingin natin sa SBM. So that's the main purpose of this one. We tap our PSDSS dahil kasali sila dito. Kailangan natin sila at talagang kung wala sila, hindi tayo makakagalaw dahil sila ang nasa field. Kung kaya't kailangan nilang malaman o kaya'y ma-refresh dahil sabi nila, kailangan ma-refresh tayo sa SBM dahil matagal na noong school head pa sila ang marami din alam nila kung anong SBM. Hindi natin masasabi na hindi nila alam. Lahat tayo alam natin ang SBM. Pero yung mga changes yan, sanang i-update sana natin. Pero sabi nga ni this, kailangan isama natin sila. Tayong lahat, we work hand in hand if we really want to improve our SBM level here in our SDO. So thank you very much sa mga PSDSs natin nandito. We will focus our orientation on the computation of the learning outcomes. Ito yung 60%. Di ba nahati yung SBM, yung part 1 at saka yung part 2 for the isa dito ay ang learning outcomes, ito yung 60%. Marami pa rin sa ating mga kaguruhan, sa ating mga school heads, parang hindi nila nalimutan ata nila kung paano pag-compute dito sa 60%. So, tingnan natin kung ano ang magagawa natin diyan. Tingnan natin ang Regional Memorandum 278. Ito lahat ang parang i-orient natin ngayon. So una dyan ay ang computation of the learning outcomes. Tapos susunod ay yung interpretation of the MOVs. Kanya-kanya tayo ng interpretation sa MOVs natin. Dito sa DOD, yung 40%. Gaya ng sinabi ko, kanya-kanyang interpretation kahit inaamin namin na kahit dito sa division office, kanya-kanyang interpretasyon. Pero ngayon, with this orientation, siguro magkakaroon na tayo ng isang interpretation para dito sa DOD o kaya dito sa mga MOVs natin. Pangatlo dito ay ang scoring of documents. School orientation, may mga nagsasabi na bigyan natin ng puntos yung level 1, level 2, level 3, pero may mga nagsasabi rin na wag hihinto tayo sa level 1, hihinto tayo sa level 2 dahil hindi natin sakop ang mga yan. Mali po. Dahil sinasabi sa 278, kailangan bigyan natin ng puntos ang level 1, level 2, at level 3. Sa ngayon kasi, we are not just looking on the level of SBM level of practice of each school. With the IPCRF and OPCRF crafted by the division office, kailangan titingnan natin ang increase ng bawat school. That's why we are trying our very best to monitor all, to validate all schools. Kaya nga si Sir Michael, yung focal natin kahit anong oras yan pumunta sa bawat school para i-validate kayo. Kami pang nag-force sa inyo na sa mga schools na kailangan ma-validate kayo dahil before the end of school year 2020-2021, kung ano ang resulta ng SBM validation natin, yan ay ibabangga natin sa result ng 2019 and 2020. Kung wala kayong grado sa 2019-2020, saan natin ikukumpara? Ano ang grado ninyo sa OPCRF, sa IPCRF? Wala. So kailangan talaga 100% sanang schools na ma-validate for 2019 and 2020 dahil yan ang ibabangga natin sa validation ng 2020-2021. Hinahanap kasi natin dito ang increase of points. So kailangan i-score natin kung meron man yung level 3 dokumento sa level 3, kailangan i-add natin yan para tumaas ang grado natin. Pero kung wala kang dokumento sa level 1, level 2, hindi tayo makakapunta sa level 3 o kaya sa level 2, hindi tayo makakapunta kung wala ko sa level 1. Pero sa declaration ng level, SBM level, titingnan natin yan. Kung kumpleto ang level 1, okay, pupunta tayo sa level 2. Kung kumpleto ang level 3, level 2, saka tayo pupunta sa level 3. That is on the declaration of SBM level of practice. Pero sa puntos, kailangan natin kung meron ang level 1, level 2, level 3, kailangan bigyan natin ng puntos. Ang puntos niyan ay 3 para makita natin ang increase ninyo sa end of the school year.
Dala. Ay.
Pwede paki-unmute, anong pangalan nito? Okay, yung isa pa, yung Oppo F3. Na yan. Okay, so please lang i-maintain natin. So yan po ang focus natin. Tapos, i-discuss ni Sir Michael ang DOD kung ano bang man kailangan maintindihan natin ang mga yan dahil marami ang parang hindi pa malinaw sa lahat ng ating mga kaguruan para isa ang interpretasyon natin. So, yan muna ang focus natin. That's the main purpose why we are all here, to have a common understanding in the interpretation of all the documents in the SBM level of practice. So, after this one, after the presentation of Sir Michael, we will have the open forum. So, ihanda-handa ninyo ang mga concerns ninyo para after that, andito yung mga team ng SBM, team natin dito sa Division Office. Siguro papasok yung SDs natin mamaya. Ma'am Jane, Sir Michael, our focal, Dirk, lahat, at Anthony, Ching, lahat ng mga SBM people sa Division Office nasasagot sa mga concerns natin. So that after this one, wala nang magre-reklamo na bakit hindi pa clear o kaya hindi pa parehas ang sinasabi natin. So may I request na ihanda natin ang mga katanungan natin so that after the presentation, masagot natin sa open forum. And then after the open forum, ibibigay natin yung mga schedules, yung mga gagawin natin after this webinar. Kailangan kasi natin na i-conduct ito dahil next week, sa susunod na maybe third week or last week of June, pupunta na kami sa inyo at kailangan namin ang mga self-rating ninyo na kailangan isubmit ninyo para yan ang magiging guide natin sa pag-validate sa mga dokumento ninyo. Okay, so with that, hopefully lahat tayo huwag muna tayong aalis sa ating screen. Tutukan natin ang SBM dahil nakasalalay dito, hindi natin masasabi na maganda ang pamamalakad natin sa ating paaralan kung hindi maganda ang SBM level natin. So with that, again, in the name of our Schools Division Superintendent, good morning to each and every one of us.
Good morning also, sir. Thank you very much, Sir Rosendo B. Kakab, the OIC Chief Education Supervisor of Schools Governance Operations Division, for that crystal clear statement of the purpose and that encouraging welcome and opening remarks. Okay, so I hope the participants are cleared with the purpose of this activity. And now, may we have Sir Michael Lupian, the SBM coordinator from the Schools Governance Operations Division for the SBM orientation proper. We just set up a while the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so that would be Okay, so may I just remind all the participants to please keep your microphone muted when not being asked to speak. Okay, so you will only open your microphones during the open forum. Okay, so let us now have Sir Michael Lupian for the orientation proper.
So uh, we will go first to the SBM process flow uh, for level 2 entitlement. So we have here 7 steps. So first is the division cut B as of stated by our chief Iba, series of school visitations. Capability buildings were conducted since 2018 up to this present. Okay, so secondly, your SBM implementation. The problem here is we do not document while doing the activities. That's why nangangapa tayo pagdating ng validation. Okay, so and then submit your self assessment, accomplish your learning outcomes, set a schedule for your DOD. DOD stands for documentary analysis, observation, and discussion. So make sure that all MOVs are aligned with the corresponding indicators, pack and label them properly. And then submit your self-assessment for this school year. Supposedly you submit it on June 4, 2021. But we have reset it to June 11, 2021. Okay, so after the submission of your self assessment, immediately get ready because the SBM Mpsdo task force will the division SBM task force will now give certificates for those who passed the validation, level 1 certificate. After which, I recommend schools for level 2 validation by the regional office. Okay, so that is the process on how to be entitled for SBM level 2. Okay, so we will proceed now to the checklist or the checklist. Okay, so for leadership and governance, so it is very clear that in place is a development plan developed collaboratively by the stakeholders of the school community. So for level 1, yung SIP, here we have the latest SIP, yun na yung gagamitin natin sa 2021. And then for level 2, the AIP, it is now our second year of implementation. So ito na yung gagamitin natin. Okay, for the second indicator, mid-year review, minutes, agreements, attendance rate, pictorials. Ang sinasabi dito, ito yung mid-year review ng ating AIP. Okay, so sa AIP natin, andun na lahat yung mga PAPs natin, di ba? Andun na lahat ng mga PAPs natin. Now, align it with the leadership and governance. Hindi nyo kunin lahat yung mga PAPs doon sa AIP ninyo. May mga PAPs doon na aligned dito sa leadership and governance. One example is the enrollment. Di ba? Yung enrollment natin, okay, that falls under leadership and governance. Okay, so mid-year review, minutes of meetings, in the minutes, nandun na automatically yung attendance at agreements. Okay? So, may series of TA na nangyari dito regarding taking minutes of meetings. Okay, for level 2, is MIA for quarters. Okay, remember, i-align natin sa level 1 ito ha. Okay, so sabi dito mid-year. So ibig sabihin sa ISMIA, dalawang quarters, the first and second quarter. Dapat yung mga data na andun sa ISMIA sa first 2 quarters align dito sa mid-year review. Okay? So align dito sa mid-year review. Halimbawa, yung enrollment ninyo may nag-drop sa second quarter. Sa ISMIA ninyo sa second quarter andun naka-indicate na may drop. Okay? So yun yung first 2 indicators ng leadership and governance.
Click mo.
Okay? So sa third indicator,
Thank you.
sa level 1, okay, is GC or PTA with roles and functions. Okay, so is GC and or PTA with roles and functions. So, kunin nyo yung roles and functions nila doon sa Constitution and bylaws. Okay, so sa level 2, yung Constitution and bylaws na buo. Okay, so sa fourth indicator natin, yung school congress or school summit or assembly, school banner project with minutes and attendance. Ano yung tinutukoy dito? Okay, so punta tayo sa indicator. A leadership network facilitates communication between and among school and community leaders to inform decision making and solving of school community-wide learning problems. Again, i-align natin ito sa leadership and governance. Okay, so sa school congress, ano yung Ano yung lalabas dito sa minutes of meetings ninyo? Yung mga issues and concerns na decision making ninyo with relevance dito sa leadership and governance. Again, example, sabi natin kanina yung enrollment, presence of dropout. Dapat niyan na natatakil o nadidiscuss during the minutes of the meeting because it falls under leadership and governance. Okay? So as we have said a while back, yung minutes of meeting, automatically yung part 4 niyan may agreements. Okay? So punta tayo sa level 2. The agreements to resolve the issues and concerns as an output of level 1. Okay? So sa agreement, doon na isusulat ninyo kung ano yung mga interventions na gagawin ninyo para at least malisen o kaya ma-eradicate yung presence of dropout. Okay? Okay na? Okay, so sa fifth, okay, so sa fifth indicator natin, so sa level 1, alam nyo to, IPDP, Consolidated IPDP and Slack Plan. Okay, so sa level 2, post Slack report. Kung ano yung nandun sa Slack plan ninyo, yun yung i-report ninyo. Certificate of participation probably during your Slack, your graduate school, or scholarship. Okay, so we will include the level 3. So, sa level 3, IPDP implementation report. Okay, so those are the 5 indicators under leadership and governance. Okay, so let's move to the next dimension, which is curriculum and learning. So sa first indicator, provides for the development needs of all types of learners in the school community. So list of LSENs, ang advice namin dito sa LSEN, ano na lang yung figures of grade, male, female, total, ganun. Yung mga pangalan, i-advise natin na intact yun sa record ng advisor. Okay, so IPs, the ALS, you have the gifted learners, the PARDOS, the SARDOS, or the ALS. So, isa yon. Susunod, yung implementation of the alternative delivery mode or differentiated instruction or inclusive education. Halimbawa, kung may presence of LSENs kayo, kung may presence of SARDOS kayo, kung may presence of PARDOS kayo. So, ano yung differentiated instruction ninyo? Of course, halimbawa, pag may presence of PARDOS kayo, halimbawa lang, pag may program kayo sa school, Catch a Pardo program, yun yung i-implement ninyo na alternative delivery mode ninyo para sa mga PARDOS or SARDOS. Now, for level 2, the program accomplishment report. Halimbawa, pag may Catch a Pardo program kayo, yun yung gagawin ninyo dito sa level 2. Yung accomplishment report. So that at the end of the school year, probably wala nang presence of pardos or sardos. Okay, for level 3, quarterly progress report. Quarterly progress report. Okay, for the second indicator, ito yung medyo may kahirapan. Okay, so sa level 1, contextualized or indigenized learning materials, school-based quality assured. So school-based quality assured sa level 1. But of course, may localized guidelines. Okay, so may localized guidelines. You seek the help of our the Council of Elders para sa paggawa ninyo ng localized guidelines. Okay, so para hindi niya makukontra yung existing cultures, beliefs, or traditions in that certain community. Okay, so sa level 2, ito yung may kahirapan. Quality assured by the division LRMDS. So 1 or 2 would make it. So quality assured by the division LRMDS. Sa level 3, contextualized or indigenized LAs are adopted by other schools. So kailangan may certification from the schools which adopted such indigenized LNs. And then one is quality assured by the region. Okay, so for the third indicator, okay, representative group of school and community stakeholders develop the methods and materials for developing creative thinking and problem solving. Okay, so sa level 1, so Council of Elders, Consultative Advisory Board or CAB, record showing their involvement. Okay, so the record showing their involvement in the development of the learning materials. Okay, so pwede yung certificate siguro, duly signed by the COE or CAB, certifying therein that such LM passed the localized guidelines. May mga checklist naman sila na ginagawa prior to submission to the LRMDS for quality assurance, di ba? May pinipirmahan sila doon. Okay, for level 2, copy of validated LRs. Copy of validated LRs kahit na school-based. Copy of validated LRs, para i-connect natin sa level 1 yan, na nagpapakita ng involvement ng mga COA at COB. CAB, I should say, okay? So, level 3, certification from the user that the validated LRs are used. So, dito kasi, school consumption ito. So, pwedeng sa school manggagaling ang certificate. Okay, for the fourth indicator, the learning systems are regularly and collaboratively monitored by the community using appropriate tools to ensure the holistic growth and development of these learners and the community. So sa level 1, yung SMEA. Ito yung SMEA tool na nanggagaling sa higher ups. Okay? Sa next, MIA tool. Yung MIA tool na ito yung kinontextualize ninyo. Kinontextualize ninyo pertaining to curriculum and learning. Okay, so sa SMIA, may part doon which deals with curriculum and learning. Halimbawa, GIWA. Ba, andon? Okay. For level 2, SMIA report with catch-up plan. Okay, so during the conduct of your SMIA, may mga PAPs doon na hindi nyo na-accomplish during that certain period of, during that certain quarter. So yun yung gagawan ninyo ng catch-up plan ninyo para sa susunod na quarter at least ma-meet. Okay, so cluster or school M&E team, sila yung gagawa sa contextualized via tools. Pwede itong cluster, halimbawa pag sa isang barangay may dalawang school. So pwede kayong mag-cluster. Alright, sa level 3, SMIA conducted per quarter with attendance sheets, minutes, and adjustment plan per quarter. And then enhance SMIA tool. Okay? So ito yung sample ng contextualized MIA tool sa SMIA for curriculum. Okay, so ito yung programs, activities stipulated in your EIP for curriculum implementation. Sa akin lang, example ko lang kasi ito. Halimbawa sa EIP ng school namin, may PAPs kami doon under curriculum na may title ng Amin ay Ungong Pumasa. Okay? So we have the objectives, we have the strategies, the activities, what are the hindering factors, what are the ways forward. Andito yan, tignan niyo sa EIP ninyo, andito yung programs, yung activities, yung strategies ninyo, at pati itong accomplishment ninyo. Ito ay sample ng contextualized MIA tool para sa during the conduct of your SMIA for curriculum. Okay? So let's go to the fifth indicator. Sa level 1, accomplish COT and summative test results.
Test results.
Okay, so accomplish COT and summative test results. Okay, for level 2, pre and post results, PhilAre, ECCD, IGRA, ProEPS, yung career, analyzed and presented to community stakeholders through this one, minutes and attendance. Okay, so yung result ng mga nabanggit na mga test, kailangan na-analyze and presented to community stakeholders. Okay, so sa minutes ninyo, magta-transpire doon. How did you present the result of those tests. Okay, so for level 3, list of interventions based on assessment result. Ano yung mga interventions ninyo? You have presence of non-readers in your class or in your school. Ano-ano yung mga interventions ninyo? Okay, so for the sixth indicator, advocacy on the following. Okay, CFSS or student handbook, attendance sheet. At any rate, Mr. Berto Wilson discuss the child-friendly school system survey. Okay, so yung sinasabi lang dito yung how did you advocate your CFSS or your student handbook? Probably you did it during assembly or PTA general meetings. Okay, so may attendance doon. Okay, sa attendance ninyo, dapat nakalagay sa title, attendance during the CFSS or student handbook advocacy, ganon. On, when, and where. Okay, for level 2, report on CFSS. List of CFSS indicators is outstanding. So meaning to say, pag outstanding, 30 up to 34 yata yon yung score ninyo. Anyway, di-discuss ni Sir Berto mamaya. Okay, for level 3, adherence to CFSS. Okay, checklist of CFSS indicators is very outstanding. Ito na yung 35 and above. Okay, so sa level 2, 30 to 34, yung sa level 3, 35 and above. Okay, sa second MOB, goal 5 of sa level 2, kailangan daw 80 to 90% yung general weighted average. Okay. Sa level 3 naman, score of 8 in CFSS goal 5. Itong 8 na ito, 91 and above GWA. So 91 and above yung GWA para sa level 3. Okay, so the last indicator under curriculum, sa level 1, sabi dito, see level 1 of level 6. So ibig sabihin, babalik kayo sa indicator 6. Ipotocopy nyo yung MOB, lagay dito. Okay, so sa level 2, barangay ordinance or any resolution to support CFSS. Okay, so barangay ordinance or any resolution to support CFSS. Yung ginawa namin noon dito, inadapt namin yung barangay ordinance through a school order or memorandum. Pwede naman itong resolution. So, pwede nyong lagyan ng subject na Okay, adopting Barangay Ordinance number 1 series 2019 entitled Prohibition of Selling Intoxicating Beverages to Minors. Kung halimbawa, meron ordinance na ganyan sa barangay. Remember na yung i-adapt ninyong mga ordinance ay may connection naman sa curriculum and learning. Halimbawa yung forest fire, may connection ba yan sa curriculum and learning? If you think na wala, huwag nyo nang i-adapt. Okay, so for level 3, fully accomplished Cfss survey tool with a score of at least 35 points. Ito yung very outstanding. Halos parehas din sa indicator number 6. Okay, so those are the 7 indicators under curriculum. So pupunta tayo sa next, sa accountability and continuous improvement. Ito yung medyo mahirap kasi nakuha niya lahat yung mga dimensions. Okay, so first, roles and responsibilities of accountable person or persons and collective body or bodies are clearly defined and agreed upon by the community stakeholders. Bago ma-implement ang isang programa, kailangang agreed lahat ng mga stakeholders. Okay, so i-discuss natin yan mamaya. Okay, so for this particular indicator, list sa level 1, list of organized active, list of organized active parties. Ito may SJ, may SPG, may SGC, PTA, and other organizations or active organizations in your respective schools. Okay, for level 2, presence of bylaws as applicable. Okay, so yung mga SSG, yung mga SPG, yung mga SGC, yung mga PTA, yung mga alumni, may mga bylaws ang mga yun. Or list of functions conformed by the concerned personnel. Okay, sa presence of bylaws, pag nagbabalidate ang region, tinitignan nila ito. Ano kasi yung bylaws ninyo? Bylaws ninyo noon, 3 years back, until now, wala pang revisions. Okay, halimbawa ngayon, school year 2020-2021, yung tenure of office, siguro, kasi nag-start yung enrollment natin sa, yung klase natin sa October of last year at mag-end sa July 11. Now, i-connect natin sa bylaws natin. Kung i-review nyo yung existing bylaws at sabi doon na mag-i-start yung term ng officers June up to April of the succeeding year, kailangang i-amend nila yan. Kasi iba yung nag-start yung klase natin sa October at mag-i-end sa July 11. However, pag sa bylaws ninyo, it was clearly stated therein that the term of or tenure of office of the officers is 1 year, very specific na 1 year, pwede siguro. So, upon assuming the office, yung dapat unahin na gawin ng mga PTA or yung itong mga associations natin, yung organizations natin, ay i-review yung bylaws. Para if possible, magkakaroon ng revisions or amendments. Pag wala, magre-reflect sa minutes of meeting na status ko yung bylaws. Okay, so sa level 3, accomplishment report or document showing that the organized party is functional. So, by minutes, by attendance, at my pictorials. Ano yung dinideliberate dito sa minutes? Yung accomplishment ng mga organizations. So, pwede nyo ilagay sa agenda ninyo yung accomplishment report of first is SG, second is GC, third PTA, fourth is BM, and others. Okay, yun yung level 3. Okay, so sa susunod na indicator, ito yung level 1, quarterly culminating activities, programs, pictorials. Okay, so very specific ito. Ano yung mga quarterly culminating activities? First, your AIP quarterly evaluation as part of the ISMEA. Okay, so sa ISMEA ninyo, kailangan quarterly ini-evaluate din ninyo yung AIP ninyo, hindi lang sa mid-year. So, quarterly evaluation of your AIP, mid-year catch-up plan, and year-end IPCR, OPCR review. May mga mid-year review naman kayo sa IP at saka OPCR ninyo. Alam nyo ito, no? Okay, so for level 2, attendance, pictorials, terminal or completion report. Kung halimbawa may catch-up plan kayo, may mga project kayo, dito accountability and continuous improvement. Remember, andito tayo sa accountability and continuous improvement. Now, balik kayo ulit sa AIP ninyo. What are the PAPs present in your AIP which you think belong to the accountability and continuous improvement? One very particular example is the SBFP, School-Based Feeding Program. Okay? So, sa SBFP ninyo, i-validate nyo yan quarterly para makita yung progress. If indeed, it is effective because siguro prior to the implementation of your SBFP program, nag-meet kayo siguro. Ano yung bakit kasi may SBFP or may school-based feeding program kayo? Siguro kasi nakita ninyo based from the result of the report from the health section na may mga bata who belong to the what we call below normal status, and the same, those pupils or those learners are the ones at risk of failing or even at least at risk of dropping. So pwede sigurong ginawa ninyong intervention yung SBFP para ma-addressan yung health status nila at saka ma-addressan yung problema nila sa SARDOS or PARDOS. Now, evaluate nyo yan. I-evaluate niyo quarterly. What is the progress? So halimbawa, sa first quarter, may 10 kayong pupils with who belong to the low health status. Sa second quarter, nabawasan ng 5. Sa third quarter, nabawasan ng 3. At sa fourth quarter, wala na. Okay, so for level 2, attendance or pictorial terminal or completion report. Okay, so sa level 3, a certificate of appreciation from any award giving body. Ano itong certificate of appreciation? Of course, i-align natin ulit yan doon sa level 1. Ano yung existing na paths ninyo na nag-solve ng mga problema. Okay, so certificate of appreciation from any award giving body. Siguro dito sa health, baka pwede sigurong magbibigay ng certificate ang health unit natin sa division office. So if indeed your school-based feeding program was very effective. Okay, so next. Okay, so sa third indicator, minutes of meetings and attendance, letter of invitation to stakeholders. Ito yung medyo mas mahirap. Okay, anong sinasabi dito? Balik ulit tayo sa indicator. So the accountability system that is owned by the community is continuously enhanced to ensure that management structures and mechanisms are responsive to the emerging learning needs and demands of the community. Okay, so minutes of, under level 1, minutes of meeting and attendance, letter of invitation to stakeholders. Ano itong minutes of attendance na tinutukoy dito sa level 1? Ito, as I have said a while back, kung may program kayo, dapat na-meeting muna yan. List from the SMEA per se, na-discuss siguro sa SMEA. So balik ulit tayo sa example ko kanina, yung school-based feeding program. So during your SMEA, na-discuss ninyo na may mga estudyante or learners who belong to the low health status. At the same time, they are at risk of failing or even dropping. Yun yung nag-transfer sa SMEA ninyo. Okay, so back by the data, of course, from the concerned people, halimbawa sa health at saka sa mga respective advisors. Remember that during the conduct of your SMEA, kailangan ma-involve yung mga stakeholders natin. PTA, yung mga SGC, yung mga barangay officials, at saka PTA officials. Okay, so yun, na-discuss niyo sa SMEA yun now. Hindi lang sa SMEA, kailangan i-widen ninyo para malaman ng PTA. So, dito na papasok yung minutes of meeting during your general PTA meeting. Ano yung dinidiscuss ninyo doon? Yung implementation niyo, yung i-implement niyo, yung ipaplan niyo na school-based feeding program. So, dito sa level 1, pwede siguro dito, baka sasabihin ng mga stakeholders na hindi lang yung SBFP program, i-cater yung mga below health below normal health status. We will have a general school-based feeding program which caters all types of learners. Baka ganun yung lalabas sa minutes of meeting ninyo under level 1. Okay, now, pag halimbawa na-agreean ninyo, you will implement or conduct the school-based feeding program, pupunta tayo sa level 2, kailangan gagawa kayo ng MUA or MUYO. Okay? So, kailangan gagawa kayo ng MUA or MUYO. So, ano yung part ng mga parents? Siguro, magbibigay sila ng bigas, vegetables, at mga ibang kasangkapan na gagamitin sa pagluluto halimbawa. Yung ano naman sa inyo, sa mga teachers, ay bakamot ajay kwamot niya, jay al-alya namot nga may raok. Okay, so basta may MUA. So remember, nakita natin yung alignment sa level 1 na plano. Okay, before implementing the plan, kailangan may MUA. Yan sa level 2. Okay, sa level 3, ito na yung result ng program ninyo. So, tumaas yung performance indicators. So, wala sigurong or mababawasan yung cases ng child abuse, yung bullying report, yung bullying mababawasan. Okay. Decrease dropout, increase in attendance, increase in GWA, increase in graduation rate, decrease in dropout or failure. Ito yung result ng collaborative effort ninyo with the stakeholders. So, accountability and continuous improvement. So, lahat-lahat ng mga stakeholders at saka teachers ay accountable kasi during the planning, involved silang lahat. During the planning, the implementation, involved silang lahat. So, yan ang indicator 3. Medyo ito yung may kahirapan. Okay, so sa fourth indicator, okay, so sa level 1, school monitoring and evaluation tool. During the SMEA processes and tools developed by the school and its stakeholders. Papakita natin mamaya. Okay, so school
Okay pa?
okay? Alright, so okay, ulitin natin sa level 1, school MNE tool. Contextualize din ito Okay, so sa level 2, minutes of meetings. Okay, minutes of meeting during the contextualization of your school and MNE tool. Alright, sa fifth indicator, quarterly homeroom PTA meeting, okay, minutes of meeting ulit sa level 1. Okay, so sa level 2, minutes of meetings and catch-up plan on gaps in performance or the least learned competencies per subject area. Okay, tignan natin ito ha. I-align natin dun sa indicator number 7 ng curriculum na sinasabi nyo doon na yung G1 ninyo ay 80 to 90. Tapos dito napakarami yung list learned competencies per subject area ninyo. Parang hindi align. No. Okay, so for level 3, interventions with accomplishment report. Okay, may mga list learned competencies kayo. Of course, may mga interventions kayo or alternative delivery modes kayo. Ano yung mga accomplishment? Yan yung sa level 3. Okay, so ito yung contextualized MIA tool para sa continuous improvement during the yung quarter ng ISMEA. Ito lang ay halimbawa lang ito. You can contextualize, baka mas maganda pa yung gagawin ninyong contextualized MIA tool. Ito yung okay, so okay. Right, so kayo yung gumawa nito, halimbawa. Wala sana itong mga data dito. Wala sana itong, because tool lang ang, okay, tool lang ang, okay. So tool lang ang sinasabi, di ba? School email tool. So tool, dapat. Okay, so nevertheless, nilagyan kasi namin ng data. Okay, so halimbawa, yung expected participants niyo, may 8 teachers, may 5 PTA, may 3 galing sa BLGO at 3 learners. Percentage of attendance for 100. Halimbawa, sa first quarter ninyo ito So ano yung facilitating factors? So yung mga empowered and motivated teachers. Sa PTA naman, my invitation was given at least 1 week prior. Very supportive yung partners at sa learners, may empowered and active SSG or SPG officers. So walang hindering factor since yung percentage of attendance ay 100% lahat. So yung remarks ninyo, fortify or sustain dynamic partnerships among stakeholders and internal stakeholders. Again, ito lang ay sample. So pwede kayong contextualize ng sa inyo. Ito kasi ay mga siguro ito ay mga schools under level 2 nearing to level 3 siguro ang mga ito. Kaya empowered lahat yung mga learners and stakeholders, including the teachers and of course the students. Okay, so punta na tayo sa last. Sa management of resources. Alam niyo to. Okay, so sa level 1, wag na natin i-discuss lahat. Alam niyo naman yung mga ito. Okay, so ang gagawin niyo dito, i-kompleto ninyo, tapos i-post ninyo sa transparency board ninyo, sa kanyo i-picture. Yon yung ipapack ninyo. Okay? Ito, may minutes of PTA meetings reflecting the dissemination of financial statement as one of the agenda. So, transparency. Okay? So, for level 2, yung CDR, alam ng mga school heads ito, at saka yung mga ADASIS natin. A document showing the participation of stakeholders in the inventory. For example, membership of stakeholders in committees that take charge of the inventory. Okay, may manok. Ready for lunch. Okay, so next, evidences that the financial statements and all other inventory records are disclosed. Okay, are disclosed to the stakeholders as the basis of resource generation and allocation. Pwede ninyong i-align dito sa level 1 na yung itong minutes of PTA meeting reflecting the dissemination of financial statement as one of the agenda. Okay, so list of donations with acceptance and partnership established. Example dito, minutes of meeting with PTA or SGC for this purpose. So list of donations with, of course, acceptance. Okay, so for level 3, okay, school work and financial plan collaboratively prepared by the school and stakeholders, the AIP and project designs. So, kailangan i-involve natin yung mga stakeholders natin sa paggawa ng SIP at saka AIP natin. Okay? Sa indicator 2, letter of invitation, designation of stakeholders as members of the SPT and or PIT. Meron na ito sa SIP natin. Attendance sheet of invited stakeholders based on the e-SIP manual during SIP and AIP formulation. Yung gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, involve them in the crafting and the planning of or formulation of our SIP and AIP. So may attendance doon. Pwede nyo namang lagyan ng minutes para sa in-office nyo sa level 2. So minutes of regular meetings of SPT and PIT. Okay, attendance sheet during the regular meetings of SPT and PIT. So kailangan may regular meeting sila. Hindi siguro regular yung once a year. Pwede nyo naman silang i-invite para maki-join sa quarterly SMEA ninyo. Anyway, pinag-uusapan dito yung management of resources. So pwede nyo silang i-invite. So sa ganong sitwasyon, okay, considered na regular yung meeting. Yeah, if they prefer to have a separate regular meeting, siguro pwede naman. Depende sa preference ng mga SPT and PIT. Okay, so sa level 3, so ito, municipal or barangay ordinance adopting the SIP and incorporating the same to the development plan of the barangay or municipality. Yung common practice, binibigay natin yung mga SIP natin sa barangay at saka sa munisipyo. But mayroon ba silang existing ordinance na ina-adapt yung SIP at in-incorporate sa development plan ng barangay at saka sa municipality? So you may try to attend barangay meetings para i-raise nyo ito kung halimbawa wala. So attendance sheet of representatives of SGC, PTA, SPG, and other internal or external stakeholders during the formulation of SIP and AIP, parehas din sa in-office ng level 1. So request or transmittal letter for the adoption of the SIP and AIP. So aside from attending the barangay officials session, pwede kayong mag-request through letter for the adoption of your SIP or your AIP. Of course, addressed to the barangay council. Pag sa munisipyo naman, addressed to the municipal or sangguniang bayan. Okay, so kailan man natin, Andre?
Okay, please clear the other slide.
Proceed ka.
Okay, so proceed tayo. Okay, so sa third indicator, parehas din sa level 1 attendance sheet on the formulation and reviews of SIP, the participation during inspection. Okay, so for level 2, minutes of meetings reflecting the participation of stakeholders in the a resource management system, the SIP. So parehas din sa Team Obis doon sa nakaraang o sa second indicator. So for level 3, ito yung minutes of periodic review of SIP. Periodic review naman ito ng SIP at saka AIP. So meron ito sa ISMEA ulit, di ba? Quarterly yung ISMEA, ang daming nandun yung mga management of resources. Ito yung i-discuss ninyo. So, minutes of periodic review of SIP and EIP. So, attendance during the SIP review. Of course, pag may minutes, automatic may attendance. Okay, so sa fourth indicator, letter of invitation rate. Okay, attendance to ISMEA. Attendance to ISMEA. So yung ilalagay ninyo dito, to management of resources. So letter of invitation, re-attendance to ISMEA pertaining to management of resources. So sa label 1, letter of invitation. Sa label 2, attendance sheet. Okay, during the ISMEA. Okay, dito attendance sheet yung sinasabi kasi yung sa iba may mga minutes during the conduct of your ISMEA. So sa minutes ng ISMEA ninyo, tignan ninyo na matakal lahat yung mga apat na dimensions para highlighting na lang yung gagawin ninyo. So sa level 3, documentation of participation of stakeholders during the ISMEA. Example, as reporter, as discussant. Okay. Example program of activities during the ISMEA. Okay, ito yung sa level 3. Okay, sa sa level sa management of resources sa fifth indicator hindi nalagay dito. Ito pala, ito. So sa first level, ito yung list of partners. Balik ulit tayo doon sa accountability in continuous improvement. Ano-ano yung mga active partners or parties doon. Ilagay din natin dito. For example, may 10 kayong list of partners. Okay, dito sa level to, kailangan namang may at least 10 kayong MUA para masustain yung partnership ninyo. Diba? Okay, so sa level 3, list of donations implemented. List of donations implemented or given by your active partners na inilista ninyo under level 1. Okay, so sa level 1, list of partners. Okay, sa level 2, yung MUA or MUA ninyo with your partners. Sa level 3, yung mga donations na na-implement ng mga partners. Hindi lang yung donation dito yung sa sa cash pati rin yung mga goods. Pati yung mga human resources. Halimbawa, pag may project kayo, saka sila nag-extend ng free labor, i-monetize yung labor. But how much is the existing rate in your municipality multiplied by the number of volunteers? Yun, lalabas na yung pera. That is now the labor cost. Labor cost donation. Okay, so those are the 5 indicators under management process. Yes, sir.
Sir Mike.
Yes, sir.
Diyan sa last, diyan sa number 5. Dahil naka-focus tayo doon sa naka-focus tayo dito sa under level 2, MUA and or MUO.
Yes, sir.
MOU. Naisalin natin dito yung mga donations, yung mga parang hindi na MUA, hindi na MOU, pero yung mga deed of donations na nanggaling sa mga partners natin, pwede dito. Hindi tayo lang nakapokus dito sa MOU.
Okay, sir? Sir Sense.
Okay, sige, tuloy. Okay. Basta't yan, isalamin natin yan, hindi lang muwat muyo, basta't mga may deed of donations pwede dito. Okay.
Okay, so
Thank you.
donations. Okay, so level 3, list of donations. Okay? So, ito yung rating scale natin. So, 0 pag walang evidence. 1 pag evidence indicates beginning structures and mechanisms are in place to demonstrate access. A community-centered education system. So, sa level 2, evidence indicates planned practices and procedures are fully implemented and aligned to access. And then for level 3, evidence indicates practices and procedures satisfy quality standards. So, anyway, may open forum tayo mamaya. Pwede kayong magtanong. Okay, so na-receive nyo na ba yung new template? So we have a new Okay, so we have a new scoring template. Ito yung gagamitin natin ngayon sa school year 2020-2021. So, napasa sa mga PSDSs ninyo, mga different group chat ninyo yung template. Okay.
Tapos natin man ay 1 week na sudah po.
Okay, so ito yung sample ng latest scoring template. By the way, na-send na ito sa mga different group chats ninyo.
Screenshot na.
Okay, so kaya lang sinabi sendong kanina. Okay, pwede kayong mag-score ng 1, 2, or 3. But it doesn't mean to say na pag 3 kayo, level 3 kayo kaagad. So may process tayo na nasusunod. Kailangan i-maintain natin, i-sustain natin yung level 2 natin for at least 3 years bago tayo i-recommend ng region for level 3 validation. But in the case of yung OPCRF at IPCRF ninyo, okay, we will allow na pwede nyong gawin yon para ma-increase nyo naman yung scores ninyo sa OP at IPCRF ninyo. And again, it is not a guarantee na level 3 kayo, depende rin yan pag i-validate ng national office na pumasa kayo. So, ganun. Okay, so that's my presentation, and thank you very much for listening. Okay, so the next speaker will be Sir Anthony Berto from the SMMA to discuss with us CFSS matters. Included sa monitoring natin yan at included din yan as one of the indicators sa SBM natin. Okay, so Sir Berto, take it away.
Okay, Sir Michael.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pwede pakita muna natin yung ano yun, yung DOD natin, scoring natin ng part 1 at part 2.
Hindi kasi masyadong visible, sir.
Ayan.
Okay, i-discuss natin, pwedeng i-ano namin mamaya, sir.
Okay, sige. Thank you. Sige.
Para may explain. Okay, sige. Okay, so Sir Anthony, take it away.
Hello po, good morning.
Morning.
Okay po ba yung presentation natin?
Opo.
Clear.
Okay, good morning again. So this is the electronic CFSS form we have prepared for us to evaluate or assess our level of being child-friendly. May madinangag next. Ayan. So ito po yung coverage ng the 7 goals of the CFSS. So I hope everybody is aware of this. Ayan, so 7 goals of CFSS. Sa tool po natin, sa under in goal 1, encourage children's participation in school and community, we have 5 indicators there to look into. And if we are doing those indicators, then it means we met goal 1. For the second goal, enhance children's health and well-being, we have 11 indicators. Siya yung second na pinakamarami. So we are to look into those 11 indicators, and that will determine if we have met the second goal. The same with the goal 3, guarantee safe and protective spaces for children. There are actually 17 action items in there. Action items po pala, not indicators. So action items. So if we met at least 15 of those 17, then it means we met that goal 3. Goal 4, encourage enrollment and completion. We have 4 action items under that goal. So the same. If we have met at least 3 of those action items, if we met or if we are doing at least 3 of those 4 action items, then it means we have met goal 4. Same with goal 5. We have 8 action items under that goal. Ensure children's high academic achievement and success. So ito yung pinaka titignan natin, especially so na under modular tayo ngayon. Number 6, the goal 6, raise teachers' morale and motivation. So ito rin, baka naumahan ti teachers ti module, baka da makaris resign dita. So there are 8 action items there. And for goal 7, mobilize community support for education. There are 9 action items there. So, okay po ba? Tanikas lang awang kasasawag ngay puraw lagi kita. So, that is actually the part 1 of the survey form. We have here the part 2, progress towards specific targets. So, there are 6 na targets natin. So, number 1 is on enrollment. So, all school-age children in your community are served by the school. So, may options po dyan sa form. We will look into that later. So, sa elementary, dapat lahat ng grade 5, ages grade 5 to 11 in the community are in school. So, kung may isa o dalawa na wala sa school, meaning they are OSY, then you will have a lesser score in that particular target. As for junior high, lahat po sana ng grade ages 12 to 15, they should be in school. For senior high, ages 16 to 17. Sa second, all children in your school who enroll in kinder 6 years ago finish grade 6 or they are enrolled in grade 7. And for the secondary, yung mga naka-enroll ng grade 7, 3 years ago finish grade 10. And those who enrolled in grade 11 finish grade 12. So kung may isa o dalawa din na hindi nakapag-finish ng grade 6, grade 10 or grade 12, then your score is affected. That is, ano tawag dito, cohort survival ba? Or ano yung isa? Na-discuss namin last Monday pero nakalimutan ko. For number 3, all your grade 6 pupils, grade 10 and grade 12, student pass the division, regional or national test or assessment. But then our problem here is hindi lahat or hindi siya yearly na meron. Kung meron man, sample schools lang. So for this number 3, we will use the GWA, the school GWA. So please take note of that. And share also to the schools na hindi participants ngayon, yung mga pang level 3 and pang level 2. So lahat po tayo, i-share natin sa kanil to. Na for this number 3, we will use the school GWA. For number 4, all your pupils are well nourished. So kung mahirapan po tayo dito, then we will ask the help of our nurses. So they have the data on that. So do not declare that they are all healthy. So database po tayo, we will ask the data from our nurses. All your pupils are healthy. So ang difference po sa nourishment na number 4 is, yung number 4 po kasi we have the, yung, ano yun? Na-blackout ako. Yung obese, yung mga yon, yun po yung determining factor, yung category doon. For number 5, healthy lahat-lahat na po. Yung dental, yung anya nasakit ka, no? The nurses also have data on that. So we will ask their help. For number 6, all your pupils have good dental health. So it's very specific na sa on dental yung tinutukoy sa number 6. So yun po yung coverage ng form natin. So this electronic child-friendly school survey form, we have developed that based on the annex of the DepEd Order 44 series of 2015. I was trying to look for the very specific order or memo for the Cfss. Wala akong makita. Ito lang yung nakita ko. This is actually the crafting of the enhanced SIP, yung DepEd Order 44 series 2015. Isa siyang annex doon. So it is user-friendly. I hope everybody will agree on that, especially those who have already accomplished the form. So it is user-friendly in the sense na scores are automatically computed as you fill up or respond to the form or as you enter data. The electronic form was sent to your school emails. starting February and March. The form should be printed by the school after accomplishing. Make it available when monitors come to school. So may mga iba po na nag-submit ng hard copy. I have returned it back sa pigeonhole kasi hindi po na-submit sana yon. May iba na nag-email. I have responded na it should be printed and have it ready for the monitors, or hindi dapat monitors yan, validation team. So ito po yung screenshot I just opened kanina. So na-send to all po yan. Ito lang yung na-screenshot ko kanina. So sa school email po natin na-send. So accomplishing the form.
Anthony,
So the
Anthony.
form should be accomplished by a team? Yes, sir?
Balikan mo nga yung
Yes, sir.
yung kwan mo, yung DepEd 44, yung presentation mo.
Yes, sir.
Yung isa pa. Okay, sa mga participants natin, this is regarding the DepEd Order number 44 series of 2015. Di ba ito rin ang preparation ng SRC natin, Anthony? Ito ang guide.
SRC,
Yung-
yes, sir. Kasama din yung SRC. dyan.
Okay, the instruction of the regional office is that we will use the DepEd Order number 44 series of 2015 in accomplishing our SRC. So yan ang may we request all the school heads to please prepare your SRC dahil di ba nasa SBM natin yan, prepare our SRC based from the DepEd Order number 44 series 2015. Dahil ang observation nila, marami ang kulang sa mga isinanmit nating SRC. So they are requiring us to use what is the stipulated under the DepEd Order number 44. So yan ang pakitingnan natin, Sir Anthony, para hindi natin babalikan mamaya yung SRC sa
Yes, sir.
SBM natin. Okay, thank you. Pakikwan lang na ang SRC natin.
Yes, sir. Actually, they already have... Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Basta
Yes,
yan ang
sir.
gamitin nila. Okay, thank you, Anthony.
Yes, sir. Dalawang po klase yung SRC dyan, the basic and the advanced. So actually, sir, they already have submitted. Hindi ko pa na-finalize yung report for the submission for the first SEM, pero may submission na.
Okay.
I have
sige,
closed the
thank you.
link for the submission of the SRC last April 30 kasi yun po yung deadline natin. Though may nag-i-email pa, which are late actually, pero they're still accepted, pero noted as late. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So we go back here sa accomplishing the form. So it should be accomplished by a team or a committee. So hindi lang po si school head, hindi lang si CPP coordinator, or hindi lang po iisa. So it should be accomplished by a team. So responses should be based on data. So that's kasi po ang sa part 1 natin na goals 1 to 7, we are to mark X or check. Baka napunta kayo yung anang ating score na. Sorry, check tayo lang. So it should be based on data. Indicators or action items not met, not done by the school, these times of pandemic can still be checked as long as they have been doing it before the outbreak. So, but still should be supported by data. Ano kaya yung example doon? Yung lesson plan. So, are you still preparing your lesson plans today? So, hindi. So, may ginagawa ba kayo in replace of the lesson plan? So, kung meron, then you can check. So, next is the form is a self-assessment. So, yun po. So, nabanggit natin kanina yung SIP. So, if you remember during the orientation sa SIP natin, we have used the child-friendly survey form to look into the gaps. Yung sa gap analysis natin sa yung pinaka-first na activity natin sa SIP before we can craft our SIP, we do analysis of the gaps. So, we have used the Cfss actually. So, yun po yung evidence or yung example bakit siya self-assessment tool. So, the division office is not monitoring you. you should be doing self-assessment. So i-assess natin yung sarili natin based on the tool, then by that time malalaman natin kung ano yung kulang natin, then yun ang magiging next action natin. Kaya isa sa mga ginamit natin sa SIP natin. Okay, this is actually the last this is my last slide actually. So during the monitoring or validation, so ito po yung napag-usapan ng validation team to look into. So ifo-focus namin yung titignan namin dito. So full goal 1, we will look into action item number 5. So yung last yun kasi 5 lang sa goal 1. For goal 2, we will look into items 8, 9, 10 and 11. For goal 3, yung 5 lang na yan, item 1, 4, 6 and 8. For goal 4, actually 4 yung goal 4. So titingnan natin lahat yan. For goal 5, there are 8 but we will look into specifically items 4, 3, 4 and 7. For goal 6, there are 8 but we will look into 5, 6 and 7. And for goal 7, there are 9. We will look into 5 and 6. So bakit yan lang ang titignan namin? Actually, titignan namin lahat, pero ito yung focus. Kasi po yung ibang action items are actually covered under the SBM. So yung mga organizations, nakikita na yan sa SBM, so hindi na namin hanapin. But kung, say for example, for goal 1, you mark X yung other action items, tapos hindi nakita ng validator and check pala, so nasa inyo na po yun. So ito lang yung focus ng team during the validation. So para hindi po lahat-lahat maubos yung oras ng validating team sa isang school. So ito lang po. So I would like to share.
Sir Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to reiterate the pronouncement of Sir Anthony as to the focus during the monitoring, na ito ang mga focus namin. Pero sabi nila kanina, titingnan namin that wag naman yun yung hindi sagutin. Lahat ng mga items natin ay sagutin natin. Kailangan. Wag niyong sabihin yung sa goal 1, 5 lang ang sasagutin ninyo. Lahat ng mga yan dapat sagutin. Ito lang ang focus natin gayang sinabi ni Sir Anthony. Okay? So wala namang magsasabi, di ba kunayo lang nga daytoy itig goal 1 ket action item number 5 lang. No, we will try to see all the scores, but as to the validation, we will try to see only item number 5 under goal 1 and so on and so forth. Okay, thank you, Anthony.
Sige, sir. Ada pa ba oras ko? Niya ba oras?
Ano pa yung oras mo?
10:24 pa lang. I-share ko lang itong, saan ba yung tool? Ayan. Nakikita po ba? Ayan. So ito po yung tool natin. Lahat po I hope nakita na ito. So nakalock po siya. So wala pong problema dyan. So you cannot edit actually. You can write yung mga naka-yellow. So ito po. So if we go to the bottom part of the survey form, dito po lalabas yung score natin. So wala pong value kasi o wala pong score kasi wala pang responses. So of course you need to fill up the school, the district, the school head and the school year. And you just choose. So if the school is doing action item number 1 under goal 1, your school is has a working student government. So if you have the SSG or the SPG, then mark it check. So automatic po na may isang nagawa yung school. So kung ito naman nagawa ninyo, then magiging 2. And so on. So magiging blue siya. So if you remember yung manual na pag-compute noon, kung na-meet yung minimum blue, kung na-meet nyo yung average, magiging purple, and kung na-meet nyo yung perfect, then magiging red. So yun po yung, so the same po siya sa manual, but dito po auto-computed. That is for goals 1. Then you do the same under goal 7. And then sa part 2 natin, so the instruction is write the letter. So if lahat po ng, for example, elementary school, lahat ng grade ages 5 to 11 are in school, then we choose letter D. So write the letter of the option that applies to your school. So ita-type po natin ang letter D. Ayun po, outstanding yung description because lahat po naka-enroll. Ayan, kaya 3 points siya. So you do the same up to number 6. Yan, ABCD lang po yung ano dyan, automatic po na nalalagyan itong description and points. So ito po yung nagawa natin kanina sa taas. And ito naman yung sa part 2 na 3. So walang siyang score kasi hindi po na-compute na respondan lahat. So X yan, hindi pwedeng ma-compute. Then, so yung dito, try natin yung lahat ng number progress na lang para hindi value. So for example, na-meet mo lahat, yung lahat po is perfect. So letter D, kahit po small letter yan, the same din. Okay. So there we have 33318. So sa summary, action items, you only have 3 because we only filled up goal 1. So, but supposedly lahat po hanggang goal 7. So your score is 21. So consider checking your response because wala pong score sana na 21. The lowest score possible is 25. You look into the formula, dapat more than 25 yan. So kulang po kasi hindi natin natapos yung goal 2 to 7. So pero kung matatapos mo yan, automatic po lalabas yung score natin dito. And if you filled up your school name dito, say for example, MP Senior High, so Mountain Province Senior High, for example, yan. Mountain Province is, so depende po sa, so is a child-friendly school sana ang lalabas doon if we have met at least 25 points. So you sign, and then the validators will come, look into your scoring, kung tama po yung chinek natin, tama po yung ABCD natin. Then kung may corrections, they will mark your paper, then they will sign, and then they will get your score dito. So your score will be recorded. So yung form po maiiwan sa school, that will be your school copy. So yun po, and good morning. Hello, Sir Andre. I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so inuulit namin yung ang kukunin lang ng mga validation team ay yung score natin. We will try to check the computation. Gaya ng sinabi ni Anthony, baka yung indicator number 1, nilagyan, chinik ninyo, cross sana yan. Yan lang ang i-validate namin. And then we will try to get your score. Yan ang kukunin namin. So may template kami na isusulat. Like for example, Kasag Elementary School, score nila sa Cfss, yan lang ang kukunin namin during the validation. Okay, so maiiwan ang mga forms ninyo sa inyo. Okay, thank you, Sir Anthony, back to you.
Okay. So ito na yung bagong scoring template natin. May nagre-request na kunin nila, so we will send it through messengers. Okay, so ito yung new SBM assessment tool natin. So yung na-add dito yung email address ng school head, because we do not know the situation, if it worsens or not. So we have the email address. They are requiring the school heads email address for the purpose that if on-site validation is not available, or because of this situation, pwedeng online validation. Kaya andito yung email address ng mga school heads. So, but hopefully we will pray that the situation will normalize so that we can do the on-site validation. Sa online validation kasi, kukunin nila yung itong email address ninyo, ibibigay nila yung link. So, bibigay nila yung folders na 4 na folders. Doon ninyo mag-a-upload kayo, doon nila ilalagay yung mga MOVs ninyo sa folders na mga yon. Tapos i-validate nila sa i-check nila sa report, and then you will have the online virtual validation na kagaya ng ginagawa natin. So, ganun. Okay? So, ito yung pagkakaiba ngayon. Lahat na ng mga indicators. Ito yung mga indicators. Okay, so ito yung mga indicators. So under leadership and governance, may 5. So halimbawa lang halimbawa yung school ni Sir Mario. Okay, so may 2 sila sa first indicator, may another 2 sila sa second indicator, 2 lahat. Okay, dito tignan natin, natututal niya kaagad. Okay? So, it follows yan. Halimbawa dito, may 3 siya, may okay, natutotal niya kaagad. Okay, so yan, as follows yan. Okay, now, pupunta tayo dito sa improvement of learning outcomes. Last 3 years. Sa dating template natin, vertical, di ba? Vertical, dito horizontal. Now, we will go validation. Ano yan ang mga third up to the last week or even first week of July. So from 3rd week of June up to the first week of July, yun yung schedule namin. So ibig sabihin, July 11 yung school yung end ng school year natin. So yung 3rd year hindi pa available yung mga data, di ba? So yung first year natin, ito yung 2018-19. Sa second year, 2019-2020. Sa third year, 2020-2021. Gaya ng sinabi ko, you leave this blank kasi hindi pa available yung mga data. But if in case may changes sa schedule, at pupunta kami halimbawa sa mga schools niyo after July 11, baka siguro present ng mga to. So, okay, dito, okay, example lang. Okay, ini-interpret lahat. Ini-interpret na ng yung label. So halimbawa sa attendance, 100 sa first year, 98 sa second year, 95 sa third year. Ito yung average na, ito yung label. Okay, this is the ito yung difference sa dating template natin. Okay, so sa retention rate, halimbawa, ayun, sa dropout rate, ayun, level 3, sa failure rate, sa graduation rate, halimbawa, okay, at sa promotion rate, okay, na-interpret niya lahat. So, sa retention rate lang kayo level 2 at saka sa attendance. Now, ito yung total rating niya. Ito yung level niya. So, na-total na kaagad. So, it is very easy. Kasi, pindot-pindot lang, no? Okay, so, ito yung new template na gagamitin natin ngayon. So, sa mga so those who are asking the template to be downloaded to them, just wait. Sisend namin sa mga GC ninyo at saka sa mga messengers ninyo. Okay, sir? Sir, send. Okay?
Sige, okay, sige.
Okay na, sir? All right, so thank you again. We will have now...
Sir Michael, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir Michael.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
Balikan natin yung 3 years dito sa performance indicator and learning outcomes natin. Di ba kailangan talaga yung 3 years?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sigurado yung iba, sasabihin nila, hindi naman kami na-validate noong 2019, 2020. Okay, please be reminded that if you did not join the validation for these years, titingnan natin ang performance indicator natin for the last 3 years na nasa school natin. Di ba yung school records natin? So walang magsasabi na hindi kami na-validate noong 2018 and 2019 and 2020. Lahat sana ng schools, dahil may record naman kayo, yan ang basihan natin. Dahil may magtatanong na hindi kami na-validate. No. Hindi usapan ang validation dito, pero yung mga learning outcomes natin, yung mga school form natin, di ba, Sir Michael? Yan ang titingnan nila. Yan ang basihan nila. Okay? So yan, kailangan hanapin nila na-include man sila o hindi sa validation ng SBM 2019, 2020, 2021, kailangan hanapin nila dahil nasa kanila naman yung school form nila, di ba? Okay, yan lang. Thank you.
Additional na lang para sagad-sagad. Okay, so you are required to at least sustain or maintain level 2, SBM level 2 for 3 consecutive years. So yung suggestion namin sa pagpapak ninyo, sa packaging ninyo, you do it book type. You do it book type. Lagyan niyo ng tabbings. Halimbawa for level 1, yellow. For level 2, blue. Okay, so level 1, yellow. MOV for level 1, next page. Okay. Next page, may tab na blue, level 2. MOVs, ganun. Para at least hindi kasi you have to sustain the documents din for 3 years. Pag yung dating ginagawa natin na series of boxes, baka hindi nakakasya yung mga ano ninyo, yung ano yun, mga cabinets ninyo. Whereas pag book type, pwedeng-pwede, di ba? Kasi baka sa isang school year, 4 lang na books. Okay? So, yun na po, maliban ko, anyway, we'll have the open forum later so that we will have now Sir Dirk for his presentation. Okay, thank you.
Magandang yun.
Mike. Mike, kamusta?
Hanggang, sir.
Thank you. Yan. Okay, so I will be presenting yung sa youth formation monitoring tool. Actually, this monitoring tool, dito lang sa Mountain Province, first time na ila-launch namin sa ating unit, youth formation division sa Mountain Province itong monitoring tool na to, which is actually conceptualized using the SBM and yung Cfss. So, first, yan, the purpose of the YFD yan is to ensure na ang may mga standards and guidelines tayo with regards to the learner formation, student leadership programs, national greening program, learner inclusion program, kabataan kontra droga program, and international student exchange. So yun ho ang pinaka-sole purpose kung bakit merong YFD. Okay? So sa part ng monitoring and evaluation namin sa division, we conceptualize ito nga po yung ating monitoring tool na ila-launch natin for the first time kasama sa SBM monitoring and yung sa CFSS. Okay? So dito sa YFD, meron tayong sa dinami-dami ng programs ng youth formation, there are only limited sa ating division kasi yung mga iba hindi siya applicable. Okay? So ang pinaka-applicable sa ating division is yung student leadership development, o yung SSG, SPG, yan. Okay? Yun ang isang pinaka-main program ng YFD. Second program of the YFD is the National Greening Program. Yan po, the National Greening Program, under yan po is yung School in a Garden, yung ating mga gulayan sa paralan, yung sa YESO, Youth for Environment in School. And then we have another program sa YFD which is the Kabataan Kontra Droga program. Droga natin. And lastly is yung Learner Inclusion Program, yung sa Child Protection and yung Career Guidance. So yung International Exchange program, applicable lang ho sa ibang divisions. For example, sa Baguio, yan. Kasi may mga student exchange program sila. However, dito po sa Mountain Province, medyo wala pa po yung program na yan. Okay? So, yan ho. Yung monitoring yan, ginawa ho yan for us to ensure na yung mga programs na yun is fully established sa ating schools and to yun, reiterate na also shall be used yung result po ng monitoring na to is it will be used for the youth formation to evaluate the current status ng ating mga learner formation programs and improve yung compliance natin. Okay? So let's go to the tool. Yan na yung tool ho na to is napaka-simple lang po. So we will just try to evaluate the presence or absence of these indicators. Yan, especially yung mga programs na to. Sa Student Leadership Program and Barkada Kontra Droga Program, we have here organized presence of duly authorized school organization for the youth or learners. Yan, number 1 ho dyan na hinahanap is yung Supreme Student Organization or Supreme Pupil Organization. And then, next is yung Youth for Environment in School Organization, the YESO, Barkada Kontra Droga Organization, which is only applicable for secondary schools here. Red Cross Youth Council, the Boy Scout and the Girl Scout of the Philippines, homeroom class officers, and other clubs or organizations accredited by the school. Okay? So, nung makita yun, nagitid ako mati present ijay eskwelahan tayong student leadership program. Okay? Lang nga DJ SSG, lang nga DJ SPG kasi dapat po meron yung mga ibang nakalagay dyan which is yung SO, BKD, Red Cross kasi accredited po yan. May mga MOA to, may dati MOA tayo DJ from DepEd and the other unit. O kaya may mga memorandum, DepEd orders to organize such organization. Okay? So yung FOB lang po niyan is list lang ho ng accredited organization sa school. So yung list ho, listahan lang ho ng kung meron ba kayong supreme student, sino ang president, sino ang advisor, total member. Yun lang ho ang gusto nating malaman. Okay? So next, yan, the organization collaboratively define the roles and responsibilities of the officers. Kung meron po tayong list ng organizations, of course, kailangan ho nila ng definite roles and responsibilities when it comes to their organization and the role sa school building. Okay? So, yan ho, constitution and bylaws or roles and function of officers or any of which applies ng mga organization ho na hinahanap natin. Okay? So, i-compile lang ho ng ating advisor yung mga CBL, kung walang CBL, rules and function. Kung walang rules and function, hanapin nyo po yung mga DepEd order. Katulad sa ESO yan, may DepEd order po yan for its organization. Nandun na po lahat ng rules and function. Okay? Third, yan, the organization contributes to the development plans of the schools. Action plans lang po ng different organizations. Yan. Ng different organization natin, i-compile lang ho natin to ensure na ang mga accredited organizations natin is fully functioning ho sa school and talagang nagko-contribute sa ating school development. Okay? Yan. And lastly, yan, the organization actively shares and participate in management and support in education. Yan, accomplishment report ng lahat ho ng organization na nadamdamagan na rito eh. Okay? So, yan. Sa ating learner inclusion program, sa ating child protection, yan, may mga indicators din tayo at ito po yung mga MOVs. So, the school has duly organized committee for any child protection concern. Yan, at least ho, meron tayong list ng Child Protection Committee and then, syempre, yung designations nila. Okay? And then, number 2, the Child Protection Committee actively contributes to the development of the school. Yan, meron pong action plan ang ating Child Protection Committee. And then, dapat ho sana is updated na po yung ating LSIS 3.0. Okay? So, for this LSIS 3.0 will just print po yung current status ng mga nag-update na schools at kung sino yung mga schools na nag-activate lang. Okay, kasi merong mga schools, almost 100% ho ang nag-activate ng ating LSIS pero hindi po updated ang kanilang mga profile. Okay? Tamo tayo nga nagsukat-sukat din, may mga reshuffling na nangyari, merong baliwan ni Child Protection Committee. So dapat po na-update na yung LSIS. And then third na indicator, the Child Protection Committee ensures that the school is child-friendly. Yan, yung linescent nila, the presence of the Cfss, yan, i-attach lang natin yan. And syempre, yung copy po ng ating Gender Responsive Non-Discriminatory Student Discipline Manual. Okay? So, we will entertain yung draft ng discipline manual at saka yung receive copy of the final draft sa ating student discipline manual na yan. Okay? So the child protection is fully functioning. Yan, any minutes of meeting, settle sila ng case or conducted by the CPC. Okay? Lang ho ang kailangan natin sa program. So, yan. So sa career guidance, ganun din, gusto nating malaman yung status ng career guidance. So copy of the designation kasi ang first indicator natin is may duly designated na career guidance. And then second, the career guidance designate actively contributes to the development of the school. Yan, action plan ng career guidance designate. Then career guidance establishes fully functioning and participates in management and school program. Yan, accomplishment po ng career guidance natin. Okay? So, yung career guidance, applicable lang ho sa ating mga secondary schools. So, kung kayo po elementary, no need to accomplish po yung career guidance. And lastly, sa ating monitoring po ay ang National Greening Program. Okay? So, yung school in a garden or gulayan sa paralan, medyo ito kasi ang may mga funds tayo na dina-download sa mga schools. Ngayon, meron na namang ida-download. So, we have to ensure ho sana na ang ating gulayan sa paralan or the school in a garden is fully functioning. So, yan, number one ho na titignan pagdating sa monitoring is yung designation kung sino ang coordinator. And then, siyempre, yung actual ho na garden space, baka kawan kinaimulan or baka hanang nagduplo pa nga garden DJ school in a garden. Yan. And then the school are aware of any resources generated by the school in the garden for its mobilization and sustainability. Yan yung minutes po natin reflecting financial accountability or status reporting po ng ating gulayan sa paralan. Okay? So, I guess yun na ho ang last ng monitoring. We'll just send you the tool itself together with yung guideline at kung anong mga specific na MOBs na hinahanap doon kasi ang ginawa namin para hindi kayo mahirapan, may mga template na nilagay tayo sa ating guidelines and kung ano yung nakalagay doon sa guideline, yun lang po ang hanapin. Okay? So, if there are questions yan. Thank you, Mawan. Wala na.
Okay, that ends the presentation of Sir Deer. And for now, may we have again Sir Rosendo for the SGOD Chief of Office time.
Okay, thank you, Andre. We just want to include the winds monitoring here. We have already discussed the YFD and so with the CFSS. We will include the monitoring of winds. But upon the recommendation of our dental doctors, the health and nutrition section, because of the changes of the template from the central office, ibibigay na lang nila dahil actually nakasali na ito yung yung wins natin. Thank you very much lahat ng mga school heads, yung mga school nurses natin na isubmit lahat before the validation as of last week. Yeah, last week na isubmit na lahat ang wins natin. So tapos na sana ang gagawin sana ng validation team, pupunta lang doon i-check kung talagang maganda yung wins natin. Ang kaso, may dumating na bagong template from the central office. Kaya ang usapan diyan, ibibigay ulit ng HNS si Doc Glo, ibibigay ulit sa inyo pakidobli na i-fill up ang mga template na yan. Yan na ang gagamitin natin, hindi na yung hindi na yung unang na-submit. Anyway, parang friendlier yung latest na template na gagamitin ninyo. So, i-check pa rin namin yung wins natin, kaya lang hindi namin may check yung iba kung wala pang form. Titingnan na namin yung surroundings natin, to compliance of the wins indicators, and then yan na. Pero yung actual na star ninyo, actual na grade ninyo, ay maibibigay anyway. Yung last submission natin ay before the end of the school year. So at least makukuha ni Doc Glo. So ang gagawin natin sa template, ibibigay sa inyo, i-fill up ng mga school heads together with the team sa inyo. Tapos ibibigay ulit, i-print ninyo, ibibigay ulit sa school nurse, isa-submit dito sa division office. Ang doktora natin, si Doc Gluna, together with other doctors at the division office, sila nang mag-i-interpret kung ilang star ang makukuha ng ating schools. Reminders lang, hindi lang ang WINS template natin, pati ang Cfss. Marami ang nagre-request sa atin na kung pwede, i-modify nila ang template sa CFSS at saka sa WINS. I-modify nila para i-fit nila sa school nila dahil sa pandemic. Yan ang kwan dito. Pero ang advice namin, huwag nating i-modify, huwag nating i-contextualize ang template. As is yung template, pero ang i-contextualize natin ay yung activity, yung interpretation natin. Dahil yung isa doon, halimbawa, yung nagsasabi doon na may indicator doon na hinahanap yung yung group toothbrushing. Magagawa ba natin yan? 100% na hindi dahil nga ayaw nila ang face-to-face. Kaya ang gagawin natin dyan, tanungin na lang natin base sa mga school visit natin, yung mga school nurses natin, tanungin natin o kaya tingnan natin, di ba, in-inspect natin ang mga anak natin, yung mga bata natin, kung malinis ang kanilang ngipin, kung maganda naman, kailangan ba ang group toothbrushing bago natin para masabi natin na maganda ang kanilang ngipin? So yan ang pwede nating i-contextualize yung mga activities natin, yung interpretation ng activities. Pero yung template, huwag nating i-contextualize, huwag nating i-modify dahil yan ay pupunta sa central office. Isa pa doon, yung, di ko alam kung anong issue na lumabas doon, yung tungkol sa pagbibinta ng, how do you call that, ensure the availability of the sanitary napkins. Hindi naman natin masasabi na kailangan ang store, kailangan pwede naman tayong bumili. Actually, may instructions these days during the rollout na pwede tayong gamitin ang MOE natin para pambili ng mga yan. Para i-keep man lang natin, itago natin sa ating schools para kung kailangan ng mga anak natin, yan ang kukunin. Hindi porket awang mati asirig nga store dito nga gumatangan mi tinapkin. No. Pwede tayong bumili, itago na lang natin sa atin. So yan ang mga samples. Isa pa doon, yung tubig. Ano bang sinasabi nila sa potable water na pwedeng mainom? Hinahanap ba nila yung certification from the water in aquatic? Hindi ko alam kung saan pwede ang mga yan. Hinahanap ba nila ang certification? Di ba? Hindi. Ang living example doon, tayo yung mga tao na andun, ibig sabihin kung buhay pang mga tao sa community, ibig sabihin may tubig silang may inom. Malinis ang kanilang tubig. Hindi naman nila hinahanap yung certification ng magandang tubig natin. So, parang yan ang mga pwede nating i-contextualize. Huwag na sana tayong mag-stick doon sa sa template dahil sigurado ang gumawa ng template ang siguro nasa syudad. Kaya hindi na-fit sa atin talaga. So, gagawin natin yan, i-contextualize natin ang mga activities natin para naman at least tataas yung records natin. Kung hindi man tayo makakuha ng 2 stars, at least man may 1 star. Dahil nababahala ang division office, dahil sa report natin, kumplito naman. Maganda ang dental draft natin, pero pagdating sa WINS, pagdating sa CFSS, 0 naman tayo, wala naman tayong star. So, kuha na lang yung mga kasama natin na yan ang gagawin natin. Huwag nating i-modify, i-contextualize o kaya i-contextualize ang template, pero ang activities ang i-contextualize natin. Okay? So yan ang kung sa wins dahil hindi nakasali dito pero isa yan sa titingnan natin during the validation. Okay, before we will go to the schedule of activities, pwede, Sir Andre, can we have now wala na atang presentations, can we go now to the open forum? Titingnan natin kung may mga concerns. Open forum, simulan muna natin dito sa SBM kung may mga concern tayo. Cheng, may mga nagtanong ba? Pagkitingnan. So we will have first the open forum on SBM and then susunod yung Cfss at saka yung YFD. Okay, Sir. Yeah, Ma'am Andre, Ma'am Cheng, may mga katanungan ba?
Yes, sir. We have some questions in the chat box and to be
Okay.
delivered by Papa Dior.
Okay, so yan ho. As to the SBM concerns, yung nakalagay po sa ating mga chat, sa ating chat box, it was already answered din sa chat group and then dito rin po sa chat box, sir. So I guess yung natitirang hindi pa nasasagot is for the CFSS.
Okay.
Specifically kay Sir Isaac. Sabi kasi dito, clarification po on goal number 2, items number 9 to 11. There are some schools that cannot really afford to provide these facilities perfectly due to many reasons, despite of the efforts of the school. What assistance could the division office extend to which types of schools so that they will also meet this goal in the future?
Goal, anong goal yan?
Goal number 2. Items
Pwede balikan,
9.
pwede balikan natin yung presentation ni Sir Anthony
Sige po, sir.
para makita natin kung Sir Anthony yung presentation mo.
Yes, sir. Presented. Makita ba?
One, sir.
Makita tayo natin goal 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
Ayan.
Yung tanong ni Sir Isaac,
So
paano?
goal 2 is on children's health and well-being.
Items 9 to 11. Because they are for to provide these facilities.
Ano to? Your school maintain dito sa number 1. Di ba nasa nurses ang mga ito? Health record lang?
Yan, sir. Pero yung tanong ni Sir Isaac,
Sa number
School health card.
meron na ata ito galing sa HNS natin.
Yes, sir. Yung school health card po.
Okay, meron na yan. Sa number 2, your school holds annual weighing and health examination of your pupils. Di ba ito yung sabi ni Doc dito, yung weighing, yung pagkikilo nila. Sabay-sabay nilang ginagawa nila ito yung mga nurses. Hindi ba ginagawa ng mga nurses natin ito? The kiloan nga, during our discussion, adamot piman dagi de kiloan ket no awanti talaga nga kiloan no mabaling nga mapandede dadto makaaruba no adati gum dagi de nurses isot yo sa renda ditoy ngum no kunato de health examination of your pupils hands nga makabar no doktor ti pagtusawan ditoy, but I think our nurses is conducting that. I don't know in some other districts, in some other schools, padamot na ito, in-submit na ito, the first nga kwada. So we will try to look into the services of our school nurses, no home visit daw winuhaan. As to this number 2. But no, kung nato day kiluan, tadaman ng tiag problema awan ti kiluan, awan ba ti kiluan di eskwelahan, di ba? Nagado sa mo ti kiluan di eskwelahan, no, so renda. For number 3, your school holds annual dental examination of your pupils. Isungod dito di kung kunatayo, talaga nga haan tayo nga maarami dito ita, talaga nga dagi de doktor ti mapmapan. Ngam no kitaan tayo nga rod dagi di ngipon da. Nabukbuk ba? Because as to the activity, hantayo talaga nga maaramid. Malaksid nga dagitoy makaburan dagitoy doktor tayo ta aghom to house damot piman. Iso nga dagitoy nga ti i-contextualize tayo kuma dagitoy kuma ti ibirukan tayo ti way no kasano nga makandak dagitoy. Not only the dental but the dental doctor but all the health and nutrition section as well. Anyway, we will try to see, we will coordinate with our, do we have participants from the health and nutrition? Sir Andre?
Sir.
Do we have?
Excuse me, sir. Sir Sendong.
Okay.
Sir Kakap,
Yes.
may I?
Oh. Sige.
Sir?
Okay.
Mangagak,
Okay,
sir?
sige, go on. When,
Okay.
go on.
I think the question of Sir Isaac is regarding the fact that they cannot meet the gitoy ng indicators due to pandemic. But it's very clear in the presentation of Sir Anthony a while back nga since for this time of pandemic haan nga maikandak na pandemic garod, what we will in the scoring, they can give their school a score provided that they have documents for the conduct of these activities in the previous years. Okay ba? Ay clear di? Di samot mang sungbat ij question ni Sir Isaac kasi nagdugaro dito di handa nga maikandak taday toy school year 2020-2021 or basta daytoy pandemic kasi garod awan ti face to face. So it was mentioned in the presentation that provided that you have documents that you had been doing this in the previous years, you can in the self-assessment you can give your school a score. Mabalin nga ikanyo ti school yu iti score basta adda document that you had been doing it in the previous years. Meaning the practice is in place,
Okay.
kumatiket na nga sa undi jay. Kaya nga lang, han nga maiyaramid tataga putawan garut ti face to face. So I hope I contributed to the answer to the question.
Okay, good, Ma'am Jen. So, pwede nga sa uwan, pwede nilang gamitin yung previous. Basta't may mga records.
Yes,
Okay,
sir, for those requiring face to face.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Jen. Any more? Hopefully, yung tanong mo, Sir Isaac, medyo nabigyan ng konting linaw. Any more? Dirk, wala na?
Yung facility yata, sir, yung isang sa question.
Okay, yung
Sa
di ba
facilities?
yung sinabi natin sa facilities, di natin kahit yung nung ikandak nila, kung ibibigay natin ngayon, walang assurance, wala tayong kung facilities ang hinahanap dito. Pero kung dahil di natin alam din kung meron yan o wala sa kanila, di ba? Dahil as to facilities, ano bang mga facilities na kailangan dito? Di natin alam dahil kung andito sana yung mga health and nutrition natin, alam
Number
natin
11.
kung anong mga schools ang nabigyan. School has a functional, okay. Dito sa functional clinic, lahat ng mga actually yung project nila for this 2000 yung school year 2019-20 ay mabigyan sana ng clinic, yung functional clinic. Huwag naman nating sabihin kailangan yung room na malaking clinic. Ito ang sinasabi natin na yung clinic basta't may functional, andun yung mga kit natin, yung pwede nating gamitin, parang yung maliit na clinic, basta't meron yan, okay. Saka na dahil kung hindi natin gagawin yan, talagang zero, wala na tayo dito. Your school is a functional clinic. Hindi naman sa sinasabing buong clinic na kumpleto. Baka kung andun yung building, andun yung room, siguro pati interpretation natin, yung mga dentist natin, yung mga nurses natin, intindihin naman natin na kulang talaga. So, Pero yung sinasabi dito, basta't yung clinic na at least na corner doon na pwedeng pagtaguan ng mga gamot, pwedeng para sa pag-check-upan ng mga bata, parang siguro yan ang i-contextualize natin dito. Hindi natin sinasabi na lahat, yung buong clinic na kumpletong kuan dahil wala naman talaga. Alam natin na wala. Basta't meron sa inyo na pwedeng kung may masakit, pwedeng itatakbo doon, titingnan doon, parang yan siguro ang gagawin natin dito. Dahil kung sabihin naman natin talagang wala, ano nyo pinapatulog? Di ba may tulugan ang bawat school para sa mga may sakit ng mga anak natin? Yan ang parang simple na explanation dito. So tingnan niyo kung may mga corners na kung ng mga nurses natin, yan na. I-interpret na natin na functional clinic yan. Okay? Okay, meron pa?
Sir, while we are here, itudo na natin. Kurang gayam jay presentation ko tatay. So, the same will do with dito sa classrooms natin, Jay classrooms tayo nga dito baka masapol standard kasi I remember yung nasabi ni Sir Engineer. So, ito po yung start ko na lang. Itong mga naka-yellow po, I already have shared this file sa group chat natin. Sa chat, nakasend yung PDF file nito. You can download it. So itong mga naka-yellow, ito yung focus sa validation. Now, I remember yung sabi ni engineer dito sa classroom, hantay ko nga biro ko dyan, baro nga 7x9 nga classroom. As long as comfortable dagi ubing, okay na tong number 1. Basta ang hinahanap natin dito is yung lighting and ventilation. Or ay man no makeshift classroom data, kat 5 jay estudyante, kat umanay damot, and then adati silaw na kuntawan na, then we are complying with this action item. Hantayo biro kon jay barong agsirsirong jay pintor na. Tapos yung hinahanap ko yung library. Meron bang library dito? Library. Ito yung nabanggit ko kanina na example din ni Sir Kakab during our meeting. Teachers regularly prepare their lesson plan. Of course, wala nga ngayon. So we have our work week plan. Ano pa ba? Ito may nag-text sa akin kanina. Napoproblemahan daw siya dito sa this action item. So your school enlist the support of community organizations to help raise funds and resources for learning. So report lang on partnership yung i-prepare natin to prove na we are doing this. Yun lang. So I have shared already this chat. I think downloadable na po yun. So I failed to show this kanina kasi. Which is actually sheet 2 sa ating e-toll, though may updates kami na nailagay last week. So wala siya sa first na send. So again, I have shared the PDF file of this in our chat box. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sir Anthony. Any more clarification? Lahat-lahat na, SBM, Cfss, YFD, WINS. May katanungan ba from our participants? We are still, thank you, we are still 100% active participating. Any more concern from the other participants? Maka-SBM man yan kahit na ano. Para at least andito yung mga core group na sasagot sa inyo.
Yung isang question kasi sir.
Okay.
Yung sa mga presentations and then yung mga tools, we'll just send a link para i-download ng school. Doon na lang po sa link ngayon. Pag may message pag-uploadan. At isa lang yung pagkukuhanan ng ating mga references at no upon to the monitoring tool, at least kung may isa lang na file
Okay, so may we request Sir Dirk na after our webinar, i-download ka agad sa kanila dahil kulang tayo ng oras, baka maggahol yung mga school heads natin, okay? Yung pag-download ng monitoring tool natin. Okay? Sige, any more? Any more for the schedule of our monitoring? Today is 31, May 31. The school year ends on July 10. So sinasabi ni Sir Michael kanina na after July 10, siguro lalabas na ang learning outcomes natin. Yung mga school forms natin, lalabas na yan. So during the validation, hindi pa namin hahanapin yung mga learning outcomes ninyo o kahit yung mga indicators na i-produce na susupport sa DOD natin pero lalabas after the school year. So hindi namin hahanapin yan. Ang hahanapin lang namin yung mga covering 2020, 2021. So kung titingnan natin ang calendar, nagsimula tayo ng October 2020. So lahat ng mga dokumento ay in the October 2020 to July 2021. So yung maliban sa mga ibang dokumento na napoproduce in the previous years, yan pa rin ang hanapin natin. Okay, ngayon, sa schedule ng monitoring namin, the division office, tapos na yung groupings, magsimula na kami sa June 21. June 21 to June 25, ang grupo ay pupunta sa Eastern Mountain Province. They will validate first Paracelis North and South, Natunin, and the Barlig, eastern side. Okay, so yan ho sa 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Sa June 29, hindi kami lalabas ng 29 dahil yan ang program sana, pamamaalam program ni Administrative Officer Sir Jaime Colas, yung 28, that is the schedule. So hindi kami lalabas ng 28, magsimula ulit kami ng 29, 30, 1 and 2. So 29, 30 and 1 and 2, ika-cover namin yung Western Mountain Province to include Bontoc. So yan ang second schedule natin, second schedule namin. And then yung succeeding week na yung first week, second week of July, dahil mag-i-end tayo ng July 10, magbabalidate kami before 10, gaya ng Sadanga, yun ang schedule nila. Lahat ng mga hindi nakuha dito sa second week ay babalikan namin sa July, yung date natin, July 2, 3, 4, July 5. Magsimula ulit ng July 5 na kailangan tapusin yan hanggang sa July 10 kung kinakailangan. Okay? So, yung mga template natin, yung mga monitoring tool natin, paki-remind na kailangan ihanda ang mga yan. Ang DOD natin at saka yung self-assessment natin na sabi ni Sir Michael, that is to be submitted on or before June 11. Tama ba ako, Sir Michael? Instead na 4 dahil yan ang previous memorandum na lumabas pero na-move yan sa July 10. Hopefully lahat ng mga self-assessment natin sa DOD ay natapos na. Isasubmit ninyo yan online. Okay? Tapos yung mga Cfss natin, hindi namin kukunin, i-produce yung form pero hindi namin kukunin yung form. Kunin lang namin yung i-compute natin yung grade ninyo, tapos kukunin namin yung score ninyo, yan lang. Maiwan sa inyo ang pero kayo ang, dahil i-download din nila sa inyo, kayo rin ang mag-print, tapos ipapakita lang sa amin. kagaya rin ng dito sa YFD, kailangan kunin namin na ibibigay sa inyo, i-print ninyo at kukunin namin yung form. Kukunin namin yung form. Tama ba ko, Sir Dirk? Kunin natin ang form sa YFD. Okay. Dito sa WINS, hindi pa namin ko yan dahil ibibigay natin yan sa mga school nurse natin. Sila na ang bahalang mag-submit sa health and nutrition natin. So yan po ang mga naka-line up na activities natin. Hopefully, naintindihan natin lahat ang mga ito para walang problema. Pagkatapos nito, walang magtatanong ano-anong dapat gawin dito. Sa mga hindi nag-participate, magtanong na lang kung ano man ang gustong tanungin, tapos we will try to accommodate you kung may maisasagot kami sa mga katanungan ninyo. Okay, so bali yan ang schedule natin. Schedule natin sa monitoring natin before the end of the school year. Okay, any more discussion?
Sir Sense.
Okay.
Sir Sense.
Yes, sige.
May I share? I hope our school heads are still there. May I share some of my notes during the regional virtual meeting?
Okay, sige.
Kasi baka one tag question, but I am sure when we will be in the field during the validation, adun tumot lang ti question da. And for uniformity and for all the schools regardless of their level, nga i-preparean whether level 1 or level 2 or level 3, paparehas amin dagitoy. So number 1, all documents must be for 3 years. Whether ureno level 1 hanteng bagbaga nga level 1 pa lang mo ti comply me. Remember that SBM is for continuous improvements. So we must have that mindset nga we will be moving to level 2. Hello.
1, 2, 3. So 18, 19, 20.
Hello po.
Isaganaan si...
Sige lang, ma'am.
Mangagpay. Wan kasi intermittent na signal ko kaya I am sure if mangagak wanuhaan. So basta 3 years. Okay? So we all documents must be for 3 years. So that is 1. Another one is for IPDP. I think this is under leadership and governance.
Sorry.
Pinmanawakon? Hello?
Sige lang, ma'am. We are listening very clear.
Clear. Clear ka, ma'am. Clear. Go on
okay,
lang.
Sige. Okay. For IPDP, I do not have a copy of the SBM tool, but for IPDP, I think this is under leadership and governance. Ang instruction po ng region dito, awan gamin dayto ijay tool, but it is kasla nga instruction nagmimitingan da sa daytoy in the region or with the division SBM focals. So for IPDP, in the dagiti folders, ti ikabilyo lang ijay, it's the summary. But DJ IPDP of teachers must always be ready kaslangay nga iti ikabilyo ijay folder yo ket DJ IPDP summary ngam dagiti IPDP ti teachers dapat naka-intact mutlaeng naka ready just in case they will be asking for it. Okay, so yun sa IPDP summary lang po. And then for LSense, I think this was asked a while back. LSense, if you do not have LSense in your school, then the school should make a certification that for that school year you do not have LSense. As to the signatories, di ba no SBM kat kuna tayo nga team ladta gamin ti agwork. So if there are teachers working on this nga magapuan ti data, mabalin nga they will be part of the signatory and of course the school head. For MEA tools, adagay gamin je kunana ti enhance MEA tool. The enhanced MEA tool, it is a tool that will provide information on qualitative and quantitative data. So that is how to enhance the tool. So both it is a tool that will give information on both quantitative and qualitative. Another one for COT. COT is 5 samples kasi piman ag problema dito iti schools nga adu-adu ti teachers da. Kat mapuno DJ folder no ami-amin nga COT ti teachers kat maikabil. So ang agreement dito is 5 samples of COT from different dates and different quarters. So different days and different quarters and of course different teachers. Basta a total of 5 samples isuti maikabil ijay folder for the monitoring team. But of course it does not mean to say nga awan ti COT dagiti da duma adda of course ti COT da and in fact that is kasapulan amin ti teachers dito because it's part of the RPCRF. But what we are saying is what is to be placed in the folder, SBM folder, for monitoring purposes is a total of 5 per year. That is coming from different dates, different quarters, and different teachers. Okay. Another is for ito for child abuse or case of bullying. I am not sure no anya. I think this is under curriculum and learning. Adangay jay indicator ijay that is asking for report on child abuse or cases of bullying. So if the school has no case of child abuse or bullying, ang MOV daw dito is a certification from the division legal officer. Certification from the division legal officer that the school has no case of bullying or because I think you are submitting your report. And then for minutes of meeting number 5 in kabil ko dito but I am not sure if this is under accountability or continuous improvement or sa curriculum and learning pa rin. Pero sa minutes of meeting, again it says here choose 5 per year. Because you have a lot of you will be conducting lots of meetings, so choose 5 per year nga isuti mga maikabil ijay SBM folder. And the last one is if a document is needed as MOV in several indicators, kas pangarigan MOV kasparigan SMEA tool. SMEA tool nga MOV mabalin adda nga MOV iti several indicators, it has to be photocopied. May photocopy tapno adda iti amin nga indicators nga masapula na. Okay po? So yun lang. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Ma'am. Andre.
Yes.
Okay. For anything more, any clarifications, please type it in the chat box po.
Additional lang siguro sa certification when it comes to zero cases. ating school, you can just you can just PM us, the YFD, so that we can check yung ating LSIS from the previous years kung talaga bang CO cases. Para yun ang queue namin para magbigay si attorney ng certification. And are there any more?
Tawanan? Low? Share, Sir Michael? The TJ submitted DOD as of today. So for Barlig, awan pa'y? Ni, apay, awan mo talaga. I-arrange tayo man. Wala pa. For Busaw, only one, Natunin, Baukuto, awan, Buntok. Yan, Busaw, Mamaysa, Natunin, Dua. Paracelis, we have 3. Sabangan, we have only 1. Sagada, ano yung isang S? Sadanga, awan. And Tajan 1, we have this number, 2, 4, 5, ay, nang kamubilangan. And for Tajan 2, we have this 3. So, the link for this was actually uploaded sa group chat na information officers. So ilalagay po yung responses natin sa DOD and then sa last and that is 0.5. We are to upload yung accomplished form. Dumakot blank. Ito yata yung mga nauna piman awan jay field for this. So but for the later na nag-submit, ito yung mga accomplished DOD forms nila. So as of now, Sir Michael, ito pa po yung my submissions.
Okay, so do we have other topics, Sir Andre? Wala na?
So far, there are no more topics on queue, and
Okay.
As
to the others there, please be reminded, our dear school heads, as to the submission of your Brigada Eskwela plan, care of Ma'am Mildred or Ma'am Sonia. So be sure to submit also your Brigada Eskwela plan. We need that also because the opening of if the school year will be open on August, kailangan i-fast track natin ang submission ng mga Brigada Eskwela plan. Brigada Eskwela plan. Okay? So, kung wala na, meron pa? Okay. Yan ang schedule natin. Naka-plus na dyan. Kung wala na, okay. Closing na ba, Sir Andres?
Yes, sir. If wala na po, may we just remind the participants to accomplish your attendance sheet through the link that was posted in our group chat or in our chat box. The files will be immediately forwarded upon your accomplishment of the attendance sheet, as your email will be registered and will be taken out by Dirk for him to forward immediately the files that you will be needing. Okay, so yun lang po, sir, the attendance sheet. Remember that only DepEd email is allowed in accomplishing your attendance sheet.
Okay. Okay, so on behalf of the division office, headed by our HDS, Ma'am Sally B. Olalim, we want to say thank you to all of us, our participants, Sir Andre, Sir Michael, and the group there, Sir Dirk, and the Anthony, and so with the Ching and Ma'am Jenny Claire. Maraming salamat sa pag-facilitate sa webinar na to. Hopefully, to see you again in the next succeeding webinars na ganito pa rin na magtulungan tayo dahil talagang ganito ang essence ng pandemic. Sa mga PhD natin, maraming salamat sa participation ninyo. hopefully maka-guide tayo sa mga school heads natin para at least gumanda-ganda naman yung monitoring natin sa mga programs and projects na nakaatang sa atin. Okay, so with that, thank you and then maraming salamat sa ating lahat. Yung load natin, di bali, bahala si Sir Andres dyan o Sir Michael. Siyang bahala na magbibigay sa ating load. Pasensya sa mga school heads natin. Alam naman ninyo na talagang hindi tayo kasali sa load allowance during webinars dahil may load allowance tayo na monthly. So this is suggesting or no, yes, ordered us to remove the names of all school heads and so with the PhDs and so with the team because we are receiving our load allowance except Sir Andre and company kung meron man o hindi. So with that, maraming salamat sa ating lahat. See you on the next activity. Thank you.
Sir, for the closing remarks, I have closing remarks supervisor of the curriculum implementation division. And for those participants who are not able to come in this Zoom meeting, I will be trying my best to upload the recorded session in our DepEd Tayo Mountain Province Facebook page. So may I now present to you the closing remarks before we finally depart or before we finally end this session.
Congratulations for you have endured the stamina of plainly sitting down and listening to the presenters for 2 hours or more in this virtual school-based management reorientation. Seriously, it is hoped that the cobwebs lurking in your minds regarding the implementation of SBM are now cleared. You can now implement SBM with a clearer focus, guided by the monitoring and evaluation tools just presented. Attaining a higher level of school-based management practice is an indication that you are making things work to meet the quality standards set for the schools region-wide. And the presence of a common tool for evaluating your SBM performance suns away biases. With the M&E tool, objectivity eliminates subjectivity. Rating your school's SBM level of practice is one way of measuring the exercise of your school leadership. You chose to be a school head, hence, lead your school to attain higher goals, leading to better outcomes. Raise your performance indicators. Raise the ante of your school community relations. Raise your level of practice. Be the catalyst for change. Kudos to one and all for the success of this activity. Let us all buckle down to work, equipped with the renewed technical knowledge and skills gained from this virtual activity. Together with confidence, we move to greater heights. Thank you and good afternoon.
But cannot